Thank you for visiting HoosierHikes.com. Today what we're going to do is show you how to make a bug net out of some sheer curtain panels that you can find at stores like Walmart or Meijer or Target. This picture that you see right here is really ultimately what we're looking for, a nice setup that is inexpensive and comfortable and great for warmer weather. This net that you see right here is one that could probably be readjusted so that the ridge line is higher and would allow the shot cord to fit to the contours of the person in the hammock. Ultimately what you're looking for is something that's pretty tight and will keep the bugs out like what you see right here. So let's go ahead and show you how to do this. Now let's take a look at a diagram of what we're going to do here. First, take your two panels, lay them out long ways side by side, and sew along the long edge. For our next step, we're going to take the top portion of the panels and fold them down to meet the bottom portion of the panels. The two pre-sewn hems should line up. One will be larger than the other because it was originally designed to allow for a curtain rod. Now measure down 7 inches from the top of each corner and measure in 20 inches from each bottom corner. Draw a diagonal line from these 2 points and cut the material along the diagonal lines. After you've cut along the diagonal lines, you should have basically the shape that you see right here. You'll have 7-inch openings at the top on either side, and you'll now have diagonal cuts along either side of the entire bug net. Now you're going to want to sew along those diagonals. Do not close up the 7-inch openings on either side. Also, be sure to lock your stitch when you're doing the sewing process itself. At the bottom, where you have the pre-sewn hems, be sure to leave small openings so that you can pass your shot cord through the pre-sewn hems. Now all of the main sewing is complete. Go ahead and run your shot cord through the bottom pre-sewn hem, tie it off with a toggle lock, or simply just tie a knot. At this point, you now have all of the sewing complete. You have your shot cord inserted and locked with a toggle lock. You can now slide in your hammock. You can either do that by sliding it in through the 7-inch holes on either side, or by inserting it underneath the hammock through the opening where you have your shot cord. Go ahead and attach your hammock to a tree on either side and run the ridge line through, which in this diagram is the blue line. Go ahead and raise or lower the ridge line to determine how high or low you want your bug net. If you want it to be farther away from your face, you're going to want to go ahead and raise that ridge line up a lot higher. Once you get in the hammock and you sit down and the fabric begins to stretch, your bottom's going to meet up with the shot cord area of the bug net and should fit to the contours of your body.